Okay, fiber optics. This is where you basically have a little bit of a light source, and then you have a bunch of clear plastic wires extending out from the light source. And a few examples here. You can kind of brush over the fiber optics over an object, and that will create an interesting effect where each individual fiber optic light is kind of going over the object. So it looks very different. And again, a lot of people are going to be wondering, what is this? Like, how did you take a picture of this thing? No one's really going to know what the heck it is. So here's an example of an Apple picture. And the fiber optic toy that I have is multi-color changing. So you can get different colors out of it. And here is another example where I had a crystal ball on top of a light stand. And I was just waving the fiber optic toy behind the object. And you can see that when it's in focus, you can get some pretty cool, crazy lines everywhere. It kind of looks like sparks going everywhere, but you can change the color and the direction. And another thing you can do is just defocus it, and that will create an interesting, abstract, blurred out background for any type of picture that you want. Just like these ones. These are rotated in a different orientation, by the way. And this right here, you can do more long exposure stuff. This is just where I was moving the fiber optic toy around in the frame. That's probably my favorite one right there. Just kind of swish it in that curved pattern, and you get it out of focus and in focus in certain parts of the frame. Here's one where I just kind of defocused it completely to get those little bokeh dots. And there's another one, just scribbling it around, messing around. Here's one where I just swished it in front of the camera like 3 different times. There it is again, scribbled all out. And you want to make sure that you adjust your aperture and shutter speed and ISO. I would use a low ISO, like ISO 200, and adjust the shutter speed to how long necessary you need to take the photo. So if you want longer trails, you're going to want a longer shutter speed. And then the brightness and darkness, just adjust that through the aperture. So f11, like a higher f number, will give you a darker picture, and a lower f number will give you a brighter picture. And there's another one. It's pretty crazy, multi different colors. That's it for fiber optics. There's not too much to say about them except that it's a pretty interesting toy. It's kind of a specialty use, but it is still pretty interesting.